Yeah. Yeah.
So let's get back to the Israel aspect of this, which we have not discussed yet. This whole thing at somewhere at the very bottom of all this list of things that this is going to do to bring together Kosovo and Serbia. It also said, and oh yes, Kosovo will, as part of this deal, Kosovo will normalize relations with Israel, which, I don't think that's really changing. I don't think that's like a big headline.
Kosovo is a Muslim majority country. That was what Trump was saying. Is that it's true?
Yeah, it is. It is in kind of a census type, but they're they're traditionally Muslim, but most of Albanians in Kosovo are very secular, so they're not.
It's not Iran.
Trump's making it out to think like, oh yeah, this is Iran. We're getting Iran on
Saudi Arabia.
Iran.
They're not. Yeah, they're not much of a must go.
No, there's no Ayatollah of Kosovo. So you're saying?
No.
So he bizarrely, wedged in this idea that Kosovo's now normalizing relationships with Israel, and as you said, Serbia is moving their embassy to Jerusalem from former Tel Aviv, and this is all as an attack on, I guess, the Palestinians. But more
to explain to the embassy issue, it's the embassy. Israel considers their capital Jerusalem, but it's controversial because it hasn't been settled yet. So most countries in the world have always kept their embassies in Tel Aviv
to stay neutral.
So recently, to stay neutral, and then eventually Trump moved it to Jerusalem, and now he's getting other countries to move theirs. He's like, that's part of his package deal with all these.
To me, that has nothing to do with any of this. Am I wrong?
No, it's purely for
No. Yeah, I mean, for us, it was a surprise because, we've been struggling with our own internal conflicts and which many people falsely blame on the religion itself. Religion differences that we've got are just a lame excuse. It's all about corruption and just like you Americans say, it's all about Benjamins, so nationalism and religion issues is just a false pretension. But we are also very provincial and being small nations and everything. So we think that an average person watching this podcast would be surprised with how little you guys know about the Balkans, because we think we are the, navel of the Western civilization, that, we are very important and we're not. And being in that kind of mentality, we don't really pay much attention to the Middle East. Of course, we know that, there is a Palestinian and Israeli issue and stuff like that.
Like we got our own issues. We don't need to worry about,
Yeah. And we see that through our own perspective of differences. But for us, it's not the major issue, as it is in the rest of the world. Like Israeli-Palestinian issue is to most of the world public much bigger than what's been going on between the tribes in the Balkans, right? So when in this historic meeting in DC, Trump and the Grenell guy and everything threw in the Israel issue, everyone around here was like, what the fuck, man? Why? What's that gonna change?
Your president, I think, was one of them, because there's that great video that went viral where Trump was talking about the embassy move, and your president, or the Serbian president, was looking at the document like, where is this? What page is this on? I don't remember signing that.
Oh man, all the memes and videos and everything of him over there. Oh man, that was gold of internet. internet humor and comedy, in the following 48 hours, man. That was just pure gold.